Hey y'all, how y'all doing? It is Beltane season, yay! It's one of my absolute favorite times of year. It corresponds in the Southern Hemisphere to Samhain, and what those two times of year have in common is that the veil is thin, okay? So we have access to this wonderful divine guidance. Our ancestors are closer to us, and it's such a beautiful time of year because it's Rhiannon's time. Right? And Rhiannon comes in, she rides in on her white mare and says, hey, how you doing? Do you want to live more wildly? Do you want to love better? Do you want to live more freely? What would you not dare do? What would you not dare say? If you could remove all of your restrictions and all of your reserve, what would be left? She comes in and begs those questions of us. She beckons us to come outside and go explore and be free and really smell the flowers. Beltane is known as the time of the blossoming, and we can really look to that energy within for ourselves in terms of how might we blossom? How might we nurture whatever seeds that are important to us, whether it be our interpersonal relationships, the work that we do, whatever our relationship to the world at large? How can we really nurture those seeds and watch them blossom within, around, and for us? It's such a beautiful time of year. So we're going to take a look at the energies at play and see how we can best work with these energies so that we can really get the most out of it and really take full advantage of Beltane season, as is our right and our privilege to do. So let's go on and see what's going on. Hey Gemini, let's see what your animal energy is for Beltane season, why don't we? Oh, well that took no time at all. Look at this, popping out on the side out of view. Might be something in that. So, ooh, we have the tiger for your Beltane season. So this is very, very, very intuitive. It's a very intuitive energy, right? But notice the energy here, right? So we have, the moon, intuition, psychic aspects, tapping into hidden meanings or hidden depths or secret knowledge, as it were. Also the unknown, right? But then we have, look at this tiger energy, how it's coming towards us, right? Now, when we think about intuition and the high priestess energy, right? That's really about going inside, going within, about embracing that stillness, right? But this feels like a more forward, active little bit of a divine fierceness coming through here with the tiger energy, especially because it is a fire energy here, right? Which is very active and pronounced and vibrant. Now, why this is auspicious as well for you is because Beltane season, May into June, is a fiery time. It's a fiery season. We're also going to be starting your birthday season, Gemini, right? So this is going to be a profound, significant time for you anyway. And then you have the tiger coming in here with the strong aspects of intuition, but it's also about forward movement. So I feel like there is a sense of, coming from a place of forward movement and taking action around intuitive guidance and those feelings, right? Maybe even in dream time as well. It's really beautiful. It's like you have access to a portal, right? That is feeding you in some pronounced way. Let's see what's going on. Very good, Gemini. I'm here for it. What's going on for Oh, my Gemini. Woo! This is, what? Is this my favorite? I think, it's my second favorite card in this deck. This is beautiful. You have the Muse. Were we literally not just talking about having access to a divine portal? And then you have the Muse here? Also, all of these cherry blossoms here, this is Beltane all day, every day. Beltane season is known as the blossoming season. And the theme of this season is about love. All the different forms of love. It's about self-love, which is the well from which all other love emanates, right? If that internal well isn't right, our love that we give isn't going to be as great, as unconditional, as judgment-free, as free-flowing and pure as it possibly can be. So there's something in that. Now, the Muse, we were talking about having access to divine inspiration, and the Muse is divine inspiration, right? I feel like, I have shivvies. You're going to have access to, I want to say, answers or potentials. It feels like I'm seeing like a runway, like at the airport, like a tarmac, a runway that's been absolutely cleared for you. And it feels like you're not only having access to it feels like obstacles or inhibitors or roadblocks are suddenly removed. And you're like, oh, this is it. This is the moment. Like I'm seeing like an Indiana Jones kind of vibe where they have to, or the librarians, if you rather, or they have to go through this like obstacle course in an Egyptian tomb somewhere to get some like mythical jade tiger pendant or something, we'll say, for the purpose of this of this example. And then they just hit the timing just right where they're able to move through all the obstacles. That's what this feels like for you. But with the muse, this is doing so in a way where you are so deeply connected to the best way forward and the perfect timing around it with the moon tiger energy here, that it's going to feel seamless, and it's going to feel, I'm hearing the word lucky. I'm hearing, oh, I just got lucky, or wow, that was lucky timing, or wow, that was really the right place at the right time, or wow, I just caught you before you left for lunch. Wow, that's perfect time. It's like that. It feels lucky, but then there's this muse energy saying, not lucky, aligned. Not lucky, aligned. Here's a hint and a clue. To access alignment, right? That's about being in the present moment and not rushing as well, right? But it's allowing yourself to have access to the flow that is available to you, right? I'm hearing this, that the best way to knock yourself out of alignment is to rush, right? That could be rushing a routine, rushing to go somewhere, rushing to get something done, right? And it's not about being inactive as a response to not rushing. It's about tapping into, I have an objective, I have a purpose, there's something that I desire, there's something on my mind, there's something I want to fulfill or achieve. I'm going to set my mind to it and move into that flow as it feels right to do, right? With this moon energy. It's really beautiful because there is a distinct difference, right? Between those two things about being in the divine flow of something and allowing yourself to move through that obstacle course as just, in the time that they're cleared for you, as opposed to rushing. Think about this Indiana Jones things here. If you were to rush through an obstacle course like that, you wouldn't make it, right? However, if you never approach the obstacle course and you just stand there frozen in fear, you're never going to make it either. It's about watching and waiting and feeling out that window. And that's what I feel like is this Beltane season is that window for you, which is really nice. Oh, really? Oh, Hilarion. This is such a beautiful energy. This is similar to the Hierophant, but I want to point something out. There's an aspect of this. If you see these spirits here, these ancestors, right? And then we have the number 5. Well, actually, 5th month of the year is May, and then 5 + 1 is 6, and we're looking at May into June. Again, very auspicious, not lucky, aligned. There's something about that, right? Hilarion, with these spirits, these ancestors, there's an aspect of this that says the time is right. Because it's similar to Hierophant energy in that the Hierophant says that, there's a structure and an order to be had with things. And because we adhere to a certain structure or order, things go smoothly, right? Without that, there's chaos and things don't tend to happen, right? And that's similar to Hilarion, but there's an aspect of this that says you have support around you during this time to achieve your goals or to move through this opening, right? And that's what it feels like. It feels like an opening, right? With this sense of support, again, with this moon and intuition, and really having access to your instincts around this. But it really feels like I said, the time is right, the way is clear, and you have the ability to move forward, knowing and trusting and feeling that this is the time to do so. And there's a feeling that goes along with this, right? There's a feeling that goes along with this where it's just, I'm going to go for it. And that feels really, really, really positive. Feels really positive. Whoa. Oh my. I have shivvies all over. Listen, we have 2 here. We're going to start with the Queen of Roses. Do you remember when I said that the Muse is my favorite in this deck, but I said it was my second favorite? This is my favorite, Queen of Roses. So you got my 2 faves, which is beautiful. Queen of Roses. Now, this could not be more Beltane appropriate because the Beltane is the time of blossoming, right? It's a time of the blooming flowers of love. Queen of Roses, the rose is the actual emblem for Beltanes. This is, again, very auspicious for you. All these flowers, right? Now, the Queen of Roses is all about, she is the Beltane Queen. Beltane Queen coming up in your reading here. She's all about love, but she's all about present moment. See, you know that saying, stop and smell the roses? And you see how she's got this rose here and she's, really appreciating it for what it is. I'm hearing to click into what inspires within you. Enough love and joy and passion to click into that present moment, be where you are, and move from that place. This is your key into the opening window. This is your key on how to move forward during this time. This is how you work with this energy, about staying connected to what slows you down enough, right? To click into the present moment and find love there, right? There's something in that, but I feel like it is love. I feel like it is, that deep sense of not just love of others and who you love and what you love, but this is about you. This is about you being connected into your own self-love and self-worth and claiming that you deserve what you desire, right? And you deserve to be within this time obstacle-free and move forward with whatever it is that stirs your heart and really inspires you and is important to you. That's what this is. This also speaks of happy, healthy relationships as well, Queen of Roses, right? She is the queen of relationship harmony, honey. So I love that she's coming in here for your Beltane season. It's perfect for your birthday. I feel like there's going to be a lot of great relationship harmony and support for you during this time, which is brilliant. Because when you have a strong foundation, you're going to stick the landing. Okay? Now you also have, which is so auspicious, spring into autumn. So hello, the blossoming May into June. We're going springtime into summertime, right? But this is the window where we're looking at like the last or the most pregnant moments, I would say, of spring. So this is very auspicious into autumn. Now, what's really interesting about this is I was feeling earlier when I was channeling for Beltane season just for the collective. Do you know that that saying, I think it's a May-December romance, something like that. It's a saying, but I heard it as in it's a May to September romance. It's interesting that it's coming up here. And here's how I feel like that resonates. Whatever you put focus and love into now, there's something about it coming full circle in the autumn. In the Northern Hemisphere, flip it, of course, if you're in the Southern. But there's something about whatever you start now, whatever you're moving ahead towards now, it's at a culmination point that comes in the autumn. There's linking these two time periods. I also feel like in your personal sphere as well, there's something that begins now, or that is alive right now, that is going to mature into something into the autumn, and it's going to grow into something where it's fully embodied or fully realized. There's something about that. And I do feel like it has to do with something connecting your heart, right? It's something or someone that you love. There's something about this time connecting it into autumn, but it feels incredibly happy and very positive. So this is very exciting. Very exciting for you. Let's go ahead and get some advice for you, Gemini. Advice for Beltane season. Oh, hello. I cannot. Woo, this is perfect. So we have the Hermit here, which is really brilliant. So here's why. Do you remember how we talked about this opening where the obstacles were cleared? And then we have this, Hermit/Knight going into this opening where the branches are literally falling away. Now, here's what I'm really drawn to. Do you see these spikes on the horse's hooves here? Why are they there? Are they there to clear obstacles so they don't get caught or tangled in something? Yes, they are. Right? So this is really interesting because, traditionally Hermit is about going inside of yourself for answers or inspiration, right? What I'm getting from this, especially because as it's indicated here, this is a forward moving Hermit, right? I feel like this is about going off on this path, moving ahead during this time period from a place of alignment and purpose, right? but also from a perspective of you are tapped into, right, with this moon energy, with this tiger fire energy, you are tapped into what you need to do for you. This feels incredibly important. Remember, we talked about that, this being about you, and the Hermit key is all about tending to your own needs. But there's another aspect of Hermit energy that, relates to Virgo energy, because this is the key for Virgos. And Virgos are very much about order in the court. That they are Hilarion all day long, right? When there is a structure to things, there doesn't need to be, chaos, or we can make things happen by having a certain structure or foundation or blueprint, to follow. So it's interesting with the Hermit here. I feel like there's something in that for you, where you're going about this time where you're moving ahead, but it's in, I want to say it's interesting. It feels like it's in a wonderfully structured but purposeful, mindful way. I also have this feeling that this advice as well, it's like you're going along this path, right? But the purpose and the point and the support is your relationships and the love that you have and the love that you deserve and what you actually love in this world, right? This is really beautiful, Gemini. This is very, very auspicious. Let's go ahead and get an oracle for you. I am feeling like the Botanical Inspirations oracle for you. Let's see what's going on. I keep hearing it. This is really about understanding that as you tend to your own needs, right? That is the greatest act of love you could do for anybody else. Is tending to your own needs, right? There's something about that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Woo! Flux. Okay. Right. Unanimity and harmony. He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe. Marcus Aurelius. Are you serious? This is Hermit all day long. He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe. That is so perfect, Gemini. That is so, so perfect. This is so auspicious for you. You absolutely got this. I'm so excited to see what comes of this for you, and I'm wishing you so many blessings and so much love for your birthday season. Thank you guys so much for being here. So much. I so hope that this helps and resonates. If so, please let me know in the comments below. I love reading your comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. I love you for it. And with that being said, just thank you. Thank you so much for being here. And most of all, and as always, thank you for being you. And be well. Until next time.